Hey y'all, it's Debbie, Girl with Pearls. Today I'm going to show you what I did with my Christmas blocks. I'm going to make them serve two purposes. Christmas, it says believe, and I'm going to turn them over on the other side, and I'm going to use them for the 4th of July and spell out the word America. So what I did was I bought the letters already painted white at Michael's, and I had this blue paint, and it was kind of a royal blue, but I wanted it deeper, but it's what I already had. So what I'm going to do is leave my letters white, but I'm going to add some blue stars. Now to deepen this, I'm going to add some black, and that will give me a deeper blue that I'm looking for. Not quite a navy, more of a deep royal blue by mixing them together. I do that a lot. So only use a tiny drop, and when I put my paint into the bowl, I put one little drop of black on the side of the bowl, because if you pour it on top, you could ruin all the paint if you pour too much. So what I do is I use a popsicle stick and I drag a little in at a time, and I keep stirring it until I get the color that I want. Just keep dragging a tiny bit at a time, stirring it really well. And I want it just a little bit deeper. That's a pretty color. But I want it a little bit deeper because I want mine to look more country. I'm going to shabby over these anyway using a chestnut brown mixed, or cut I should say, with some water. All right, I think I'm getting close to where I want to be as far as color-wise. You can see how much it's darkened it. I want to make sure I stir it really well. And this looks good. That's the color I'm going for. Okay, I'm going to use a brush, and that's a stenciling brush. And I had these star stencils, so I'm going to just stencil every other letter. I don't want it to be too much, just a little visual interest, if you will. So make sure you load a little on the edge of your brush, but then tap, tap, tap on a paper towel. You don't want to go in with your brush too loaded, and then tap, tap, tap on the stencil. Sometimes it's better to do less and do more layers. Now, I honestly don't want it to be too dark to begin with anyway, and I am going to, see, to me, that's too dark. But I'm going to shabby them so it's okay. And I'll show you how I do that. So, as I said, I'm doing every other letter. I'm going to put this on fast forward so you don't have to see me do every single letter. Now that it's dried, all that I'm doing is just taking this white sponge brush and I'm just going to drag it down, and you can see how it's making just little tiny streaks in it, so it makes it look shabbied. And that's the look I'm going for. See, this is too bright. So we're going to just do this. I suppose I should hold it up the right way. You see those little streaks in it now? As I said, I wanted it to be imperfect looking. And I very lightly washed it with the chestnut brown cut with water. So you can see it really subdued the stars even more, which makes me happy because that I wanted it, but I wanted it in the background very, very lightly. So I think it came out great. I'm really happy with the finished product. The lighting's terrible, I'm sorry, but that's why I'm trying to do a close-up so you can see what the stars look like. Now I'm going to use the E6000 to glue them. And just a tip, don't squeeze a lot on there, and definitely don't push. Lightly tap it in place, because if you push, the glue's going to squirt out the edges. I've learned that through experience, so y'all probably know that, but I'm just sharing my words of wisdom here from failed projects. Alrighty, and I'm going to just continue on gluing every letter. Well, I'm happy with the finished product. I'm going to use this on my hutch, and I think it looks cute. Thanks for joining me.